Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you how you can convert text into realistic audio using ElevenLabs text-to-speech technology, and I'll show you some best practices and settings to achieve a human-like and natural sounding audio on this platform. So first, navigate to elevenlabs.io and then log in to your account. And here, if you want to convert text into audio, you have to navigate to the menu called text-to-speech. And basically for this example, I'll try to use this paragraph that I just created earlier. I'm going to right click, copy, and then paste that into this text area. So on my account, I'm using a creator plan, and that's why my characters limit is a bit higher. But generally speaking, it is recommended to keep the number of characters to minimum. For me, usually 2000 is the sweet spot because the more characters you put, there is a good chance that the audio quality is not going to be consistent across the text. So you might want to keep it to minimum, but there is nothing wrong to use all the characters. It's really up to you. Anyway, after that, you can select the voice that you want to use. Right now, I'm going to switch away from Adam into something else or someone else. So there is plenty of options that you could choose from. There is male, female. There is also an audio for narrating a story, or maybe telling a story, or make the sound to be more persuasive, and many other styles that you could choose from. So here, I guess I will try to use the voice from, let me see, let's try Jeremy. This is actually quite an old model or old voice in ElevenLabs. Let's play the preview first.
Love is a serious mental disease.
Okay, now I'm going to select Jeremy. And after that, you can select the model. So right now, it is recommended according to ElevenLabs to use the 11 multilingual version 2. You can use older models if you want to, but usually it's always a good idea to use the latest model. Now after that, you can adjust the settings for this generation, and this is very important. So let me break it down for you. So the speed is actually not going to affect the quality so much because it's really just the pacing of the audio. You can make the speech be slower or faster. It's really up to you. It's not going to affect the quality of the audio. So for this example, I'll try to just use the basic setting or the default setting. And here there is stability setting. So if you want to make the audio to sound more realistic, my recommendation is between 35% up to 65%. So here, I guess I'm going to set it to around 45%. That's usually my favorite setting for any voice in ElevenLabs, but feel free to use the level that you think sound the best. And after that, there is also the setting for similarity. So usually the best number, the best range for this setting is between 55% to 75%. So here it is 75%, but I'm going to reduce it to around 65%. That's usually my go-to number. And after that, there is style exaggeration. So this is actually the setting that's, in my opinion, at least useless, because I have never used it. Actually, I have used it several times, but every single time it sounds awful. So it is highly recommended to keep it to 0. Even ElevenLabs admit that usually you just set it to 0 and you should be fine. And there's only rare cases where you want to enable it, but most of the times just keep it to 0. And here, be sure to enable speaker boost. It will usually make the audio much more clear and audible. And when you're done with all the tags and all the settings, you can click this button to generate the audio. I'm going to click this and it will generate the audio based on this text.
If you've enjoyed the moments we've shared and found a spark of inspiration or joy here, I'd be truly grateful if you'd consider subscribing to this channel.
Alright, so I'm going to stop there. And here, I'll try to change the setting. I'll make this speech to be a bit faster. Let's set the speed to maximum. And I'm going to regenerate the speech. So what's unique about ElevenLabs here is that it will actually not charge you the credit if you just change the setting. Assuming that you're not changing anything on the text, you can regenerate the text again using a different setting, but it is free. So let me do that again. And it's going to be a bit faster.
If you've enjoyed the moments we've shared and found a spark of inspiration or joy here, I'd be truly grateful if you'd consider subscribing to this channel.
Alright, that's really awesome. So there is another thing that will help you make the audio sounds more human and realistic, which is emphasizing the emotion. So I'm going to delete this. And basically you can use punctuation like exclamation mark, question mark, and also some double quotation to make some words to sound more emphasized than others. Let me give you an example. So this is just a section of the previous paragraph, but I have modified a bit to include some punctuations. So here there is these 3 dots, and basically this will make the speech to be paused a little bit before continuing to the next text. And this double quotation mark means that this text, this particular word, will be emphasized. Now I'm going to generate the speech and you will see the difference.
If you've enjoyed the moments we've shared and found a spark of inspiration or joy here, I'd be truly grateful if you'd consider subscribing to this channel.
Now maybe it's a bit subtle, but I can tell that the word subscribing is a bit more emphasized than the other words. So you can use that technique to create a more emotion in the text. And of course, always a good idea to add some clear question mark, exclamation mark, and many other punctuations in the text. It will help AI model a lot to figure out what is the kind of emotion that you want to get on the speech. So I guess that's basically all the best practices and settings that you could apply on ElevenLabs to achieve a human-like sound on this platform. So if you find this video to be useful, or if you learned something from this tutorial, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.